Hi guys, this is Streamer Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to give you my review of episode 3 of season 1 of the Dick Van Dyke Show. First of all, guys, thank you for attending curtains the final performance of Curtains this past Friday. It was supposed to be three performances, but because of the crazy weather here in Texas, they canceled Saturday's performance. But anyway, guys, thank you for supporting my Hawk drama family. So with that being said, here we go, guys. I love this episode because it involves Laura mostly, but Rob gets involved. So here's the gist of it. Laura has a cousin named Thomas. Pretty cool dude, but he's a total nerd. But not the type of nerd like from the Big Bang Theory that you guys have heard me review about. He's a different type of nerd, but still in the nerd realm of the Big Bang Theory, except he's not a physicist. He's a laboratory technician. Now, here's another key part of this episode. Sally Rogers, meaning one of Rob's co-writers of the Alan Brady Show. She's single and she's desperate to find someone to date slash marry, and Laura gets the great idea that Sally and cousin Thomas will hit it off like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock make a good match, a very awesome matchup at WrestleMania. But here's the gist. But here's the kicker. Sally is a jokester. She's a comedy writer, and she carves up her dates. She insults them, like in a joking way, not in a mean-spirited way. So Rob says to Laura, "Honey, no. Sally will cut cousin Thomas to pieces." And Rob wasn't wrong. But before Sally could cut cousin Thomas to pieces, Rob asked Buddy to leave the office for a moment because he needed to talk to Sally about Laura's plan. But Buddy took it the wrong way. But then Rob was like, sorry, buddy, to kick you out. Sorry for kicking you out for a little bit out of the office. But I need to talk to Sally about Laura's plan. And Sally was like, and that's why you kicked out Buddy for a little bit out of the office? Are you kidding, Rob? Buddy said. I'm cool with talking about Sally, talking about Sally's dating social dating life. It's not something to be that elegantly cordial. Anyway, the night had come. The big night had to come. And Sally did her thing. She cut poor cousin Thomas to pieces, especially when she learned his his full name, Thomas Edison. Yes, like Thomas Edison, but with the ed to it. And she was like, "You had a great idea with that light bulb, Tom." And she continued carving, cutting Thomas into pieces all through the date, all through the date. And poor cousin Thomas had not said anything throughout the whole meal. So the next day, Buddy was like to Rob, how was the dinner date? Well, Rob said, it's not easy to cut a 100-pound laboratory technician. And then Buddy was like, Sally, oh my God, Sally did it again. But as soon as Sally came into the office that same morning, she was not herself. She was not upbeat, and she asked if Marge, the office receptionist, had received any calls from someone, and that someone, without saying a name, was from cousin Thomas. And then Sally was like beating herself up. Wasn't I a joke, the ultimate joker last night, Rob? Then Sally stormed off the office and cried herself dry out of her tears. But later that same night, to Laura's surprise and Rob's surprise too, cousin Thomas had come and said, "Guys, I'm sorry, Rob, I'm really sorry that I didn't thank you for a lovely dinner date with your gal pal Sally." And Laura and Rob were like, "Really, Thomas? And we thought you didn't enjoy the evening. You didn't even say a word." And he was like, "No, because I'm nervous. I get nervous in these types of situations. But when I got home, I laughed my glasses off. Then, but here's another thing. Rob and Laura had discussed a day before Rob talked to Sally about the date, that they wouldn't meddle. And Rob had told Laura that you're putting a sweet canary with a cat, and the cat is Sally. And the cat was Sally. But when cousin Thomas was like trying to get Sally's phone number and area code address, both Laura and Rob their intention was not to meddle, but they meddled with good intentions, and that's how cousin Thomas invited Sally to the movies. And with a final joke, guys, Sally said, Sally said, how much, how much, how much, how much money are you willing to pay? And uh, then cousin Thomas, $10. Then said, well, I guess you must dress very elegant. And then cousin Thomas told Laura and Rob about the joke, and he laughed. All three of them laughed. And so, with that being said, guys, thank with that, guys, this wonderful third episode of season 1 of the Dick Van Dyke Show ends. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want to if you want to get more from me, and to be on the lookout for updates about my channel, don't forget to tap that notification bell. Now, if you want to expand your time here on my channel, don't doubt and subscribe. So, with that being said, guys, until we Alan Brady again, bye.